Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. And before we get into it, I texted my wife a picture of the brand new Percy and I said, "You're going to love these new engines," and this was her reaction. So I don't know what it is with girls and thinking Percy is a very cute engine. It's kind of it needs to be studied. But anyways, let's talk about the brand new 2026 diesel, possibly one of the weaker releases of the single diecast engines. We'll just have to wait and see. Here is the brand new packaging. Diesel in the TV series now has purple eyes, kind of taking after All Engines Go, I'm guessing. But he does look normal now. He is his regular class 0808 shunting diesel. Here's the back of the box, nothing new. Take it in for a second. Here we go, moving on to the front. And so, taking a look at that diesel, I really do like the fact that, I don't know, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to talk about diesel because I'm kind of a diesel hater, if I'm going to be honest with you. I just like the fact that they brought him back in a tasteful way. I guess that's what I was trying to say. It's tastefully done. He's not... You know, I think he should be angry. And 1 second, let me get my Wooden Railway diesel out. Bear with me for not being prepared for this review and having diesel on hand. But, guys, you tell me what you like better. Do you want diesel to be very devious, very grumpy, or do you want him to have some sort of, like, childlike attitude? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll take a look at Wooden Railway diesel next to this one in a second. But here's the packaging. Let me know your thoughts on this diesel render. Again, beautiful viaduct and Ertl scenery. Brand new logo seen on YouTube Kids. I love the new logo. Not going to lie. It does make the series feel a bit younger, but also... It also could just mean it's more of a cartoony version of Thomas, and that is what this is, and I do think this is a very strong reboot for that purpose. So let's get Diesel out of the box here right away. Now, I've kind of been a Diesel hater for many reasons. First off, you know, while I love Diesel in the classic series in Season 2, I do think he was brought back too many times. And I know I've said I love the episode World's Strongest Engine, but that is because it follows a very familiar theme of Season 6. Season 6 might have some poor story choices, but it then makes those stories so entertaining to watch, right? Diesel putting a big train together, you know, falling over the edge, but then Diesel came back in Season 3, like, 2 different times in Mavis, and Diesel does it again. Then he came back again in season, 7 with Fergus. So he came back way too many times. I got sick of Diesel. And what really pushed it over the edge for me was Diesel in the CGI series, where he was absolutely butchered. And so let's take another flawless box opening, guys. That is how you do it. The brand new Diesel, everybody. The brand new Diesel. Now, you may be saying, he's got purple eyes, SB, it's stupid, it's bad. It's really hard to see the purple. I really don't have a problem with the eyes. It's really hard to see the purple. But there's going to be less to say in this review because it is just a Class 08 shunting diesel. There is only so much they can do with diesel, I guess. So without further ado, let's get Diesel onto the turntable and compare him to the other diecast engines off to my left and Wooden Railway diesel. Here we are back at the turntable once again, and here is 2026 Diesel. In all of his potential glory, I'm not too sure. So I guess we'll start with the face. Now, I think they just really want to make Diesel this kind of goofy, yet like sly character. And he really shouldn't be goofy. I think that's how I feel about that face. They're trying to make Diesel something he is not. Now, you could also argue, well, you know, Diesel's not really supposed to be always angry and grumpy. He's just supposed to be manipulating the engines and, you know, making them think they're lesser than they truly are or soon to be scrapped. I don't know. Maybe everyone has their own thoughts on what Diesel should be and how he should act. But how do we feel about the face, guys? I'm not too sure. I think for a reboot Diesel by Mattel, this is not bad. Now, do I think it's actually a good Devious Diesel face? No, I do not. Now, it might also just be because I'm kind of a diesel hater nowadays, but I do think this is the weakest release of the brand new first diecast wave for the engines. After seeing this diesel in person, holding him in person, I do think the brand new Toby is better than this diesel. I do think that. And for a quick comparison, again, let's bring in Devious Diesel so you get a better idea of what I'm talking about. I mean, it's pretty clear of what I think Diesel should be. And that is this on the right here. Now, let's take a quick look at Diesel from the side. Here is Devious Diesel from the side. Now, one thing that I think Wooden Railway did excellent, and that the 2026 diecast Diesel should have done, is that they should have outlined his detailing, because he is this shiny metal. He is this shiny diecast metal, the brand new Diesel, but they should have outlined it. Like, I think the white detailing on this Devious Diesel for Wooden Railway is fantastic, right? Like, it's so simple. I mean, this is such an old Diesel, so try to focus on what I'm trying to say here. But the detailing is obvious, right? And you see the Diesel designs. Whereas this, he's kind of just a black blob, right? There's no, like, it's just shiny black detailing. And some of you might like that, but I'm personally not a fan of it, which is why there's not much to this Diesel. There's really not much. He does have the foot plate there. He also does have it for his cab. Gray wheels on the bottom. Does say Diesel with the Thomas ticket. 2026 Mattel. Ghislaine. This is Thailand and his code number JLB45. I think Percy was JLB44. So I guess that's my number one complaint, is that it's like the detailing is very good, but it's just hard to see. And when you're even just a couple feet away, like all the way over here, right? I'm farther away right now. I don't see it as much. But when I move closer, it's like, oh yeah, there's like his vents, and I see all the lines Mattel put on there, and I can see his cab door outline. Like, guys, do you see, like, look at Diesel right now. He's like kind of dark, hard to see. But then you shift the engine and look at all that detailing. I just wish there was a way to actually see it. We could have outlined it in white. We could have just made the detailing itself white, like Wooden Railway did. Now, one thing I will give props for is, again, it is physical detailing. You can see the handrails on the cab are like physically on the engine. All the detailing is. It's not just like, you know, slapped on there. It's like you can actually feel the vents. You can feel the detailing above and his shape. Again, he does have a physical cab roof, which I love. So, a lot of pros and cons with this Diesel. I love the detailing, but I just wish I could see it. Now, how do we feel about the red running board? I personally, now I know Percy has it. I know other engines are going to have it, but I personally don't really like the fact that Diesel has a red running board. I don't like it. It reminds me of Take Along, and I don't like that. I think he should have been all black, like he is in Wooden Railway, like he should be. That is what Diesel should be. He should be all black. I mean, they gave Oliver a black running board and buffer beam, so why can't Diesel have a black running board and buffer beam? That doesn't make any sense. Why are we giving Diesel red and Oliver black? Why are we giving Toby red and Oliver black? I don't know. It's interesting. I wish it was a fly on the wall of when Mattel was designing this merchandise and who was dictating, you know, what happens. So I guess to sum up Diesel, I don't like the red running board and the gray wheels. I think the face is good for a Mattel reboot Diesel face, but objectively not that good of a face if you actually want Devious Diesel. I think the detailing is great. I just wish you could see it. I don't think that part was executed that well. But overall, yeah. Now let's compare the size of, let's get Percy out, because I think Percy is actually going to end up being one of the smaller diecast engines. And so here is Diesel and Percy side by side. Diesel is much bigger than Percy. I think the cabs are the same height though. So that's kind of nice. All the engines kind of have some symmetry. Now the biggest comparison will be 2026 Toby, and I'm loving the magnets. Like, this is so fun. This is like die-cast wooden railway. This feels like this is great. Toby is much bigger. Wow, so Toby is like, he might be like the tallest die-cast engine. Is he taller than? There's no way he's taller than Gordon though. No way. So there's Toby compared to Diesel. Now let's get some rolling stock behind Diesel. This is going to be fun. So let's spin the turntable around here. Now I've got my Wooden Railway tar and fuel tankers, classic Diesel rolling stock. Look at that. How do we feel about that, guys? Again, we have Toby and Percy in the sheds here. Plane trains. This is what it's meant for. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Check that out. We got Diesel, Toby, and Percy. I cannot wait for the motorized. And we got motorized Diesel. Motorized Diesel now has side rods as well. There's Diesel and some tankers. Very cool. So let's get the fuel tanker and tar tanker out of here. Let's get Great Troublesome Truck behind Diesel. Could you imagine if they just released a die-cast Diesel with a Troublesome Truck, which they are going to be doing, by the way. That comes out in October. We are getting a brand new 2-pack with this Diesel and a Troublesome Truck with the face of that comes with motorized Rosie's truck. So we are going to be getting some varying faces in the die-cast line for the trucks. Diesel in the gray truck. Guys, I hope you love the scenery here. I put quite a bit of effort into making sure the reviews looked pretty good. So hopefully the scenery's... Oh, there we go. Tripod messed up. But hopefully the scenery looks nice. So, die-cast Diesel. Overall, a lot to be desired for, but it could have been worse. I think that's my attitude towards this Diesel. I don't hate it, but I think there's so much to be desired for. And let's get a shot of Diesel in the sheds here. Check that out. Again, I will be posting photos of all these engines on my channel for you guys to take a look at in the post section. Don't worry. So, yeah. 2026 die-cast Diesel, everybody. Could have been worse. I don't hate it. I don't love it. A lot to be desired for. Could have been peak. Could have been arguably one of the best releases, but Mattel dropped the ball. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts on all of this down below. Cannot wait for the next engine we are going to be reviewing. I believe it is Rosie. So, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.